Right, welcome back to Rain, episode 2. We left off, you just found yourself in a lovely, friendly looking
Hamlet with underneath a giant fucking snake head.
Yeah.
Perfectly normal.
And then the screaming started.
And can I ask a question?
Perfectly normal.
I need to ask a question. Is a snake head a rock or merely a rock-like substance I like to think as a rock?
A hard question to answer.
I don't know.
It's made of rock, as far as you can tell.
As far as I can believe that it would probably be made as rock, that I hope is made of rock, that probably is not made of rock, but could be made of rock.
Please don't come to life and kill us all.
It's just like a sandstony, core, scaly rock that may or may not be actually rock.
They did mention a group of drunken adventurers who came through about 20 years ago.
True enough.
It's probably a very, very lifelike stone statue.
Yeah, lifelike. You know, it's almost, it was frozen in mid snarl, captured the zest of a living creature.
Yep.
In stone. Right. So screaming. Great. Go ahead.
So I assume you turn towards the direction of the screaming.
Probably. I mean,
instinctively.
Some of us might just be running away instead.
I will turn towards the plot. Gray, what's the plot look like over there?
Plot looks like a big shockwave heading in your direction. And it was slam. A shockwave.
A shockwave.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get slammed.
None of you have the choice to avoid being slammed.
I'm gonna duck.
You know what I'm gonna do?
You're gonna duck the couple 100-meter wave shockwave that's just rolled over a village. Yes.
It's not gonna be terribly effective.
No, I'm going to use body plus endurance and say fuck your shockwave. Grr your shockwave.
You don't do it very well. You stay up for like half a second.
I still headbutt the shockwave. It's still a success. You can't deny me it's a success.
No, yes, it is a success.
So I stand into the shockwave with a Union Jack in one hand, and I start flipping my hair back around in circles into the shockwave.
Not with that roll.
That doesn't exist here, really.
Look, as a anachronistic.
Well, that, but also the Union Jack.
Aren't you Spanish?
Well, no, we're currently. I don't know how did I get this flag here?
Yep.
I love the whole thing of aren't you Spanish?
I honestly don't know. It's got a question mark in my notes. Pretty sure you're Spanish. Pretty sure Late is German. Not 100%.
Look,
I may be slightly drunk.
The circumstances of my birth may be questionable.
Again, I forget.
I'm the Frenchman with the unpronounceable name that's pronounced Martini.
I'm
I've got the German.
I'm Addis Alamo.
Remember the Alamo?
Addis Alamo. Anyway, shockwave, headbutt. Go ahead.
And you all feel a bit strange. So this is gonna be. Don't know. There's no real kind of mental
apparently,
awareness.
this is Ethiopian.
His parents got around, right?
All right. If you want to do, do you want to do a sense check or something like that, or a knowledge check?
Sense
eerie.
Yeah, sense eerie probably.
Sounds right.
What if you don't have eerie?
Then you roll 2d2.
All right, 2d10.
You roll
got
your sense
nothing.
anyway.
I got flipping nothing. With a 1 and a 2.
Nada.
Well, someone's got
something, but it's faint.
Yeah.
Would someone stop pounding on my head?
Yeah. I think Adrian basically realizes that it's let's see if it gets beaten. Nope. Adrian feels that this is magical, which is probably like the least useful thing he could learn, I think. But yeah,
Witchcraft!
No shit, Sherlock.
it's a double one.
Well,
you
that's
learned
magic.
something, but then you don't even know that.
I mean, height of the double one. I mean, he succeeded, so he got the information. So
Yeah.
this is not This is not a normal, sudden, out of nowhere explosion.
Yeah,
Who?
this isn't a like volcanic eruption. This is some sort of magical wave that's just ripped through town. And so,
What, you mean this doesn't happen to you all?
Hang on. Screaming plus giant magical wave. Fuck, we're fighting a band.
Well, that's bad.
So are people turning into like Cthulhuoid like Cronenberg's around us right now or something?
no, everyone looks kind of just a bit normal, a bit shocked.
Okay.
There is like weird noises coming from the town though. Like not weird as in like otherworldly, but sounds of a ruckus is a better way of putting it.
Okay, ruckus, not like we don't hear the braying of sheep or something like that. Okay. My player instinct is telling me, let's go towards that ruckus, gang.
I have a sudden urge to request that we split up to cover more ground.
Excellent. As
Where
you
did
do,
that
you
come
all
from?
picked off one by one.
I have an urge. I was able to resist it because I'm French.
Why do I suddenly feel like I have this dog creature nearby me that talks to me in a rough R accent?
It is not polite to refer to your other fellow Spaniards as dogs.
No, we do that all
However,
the
it's
time.
perfectly acceptable to consider the Frenchman dog.
Excuse me, sir. I have a very refined culture. Didn't get conquered by anyone.
Or canine.
Alright, so all the other villagers are going to be rushing back to the village.
They're going in, barring up the doors.
No, they're just rushing back towards the village.
Excuse me, everyone. Is that normal?
Does it look like it's normal, dumbass?
Can I do a body fight thing to say to acquire the attention of a man with a hand in both shoulders to
Is
ask
this
him?
some kind of a festival? Is there free wine?
May I
Cheap wine?
may I roll a fight check to acquire somebody to ask him questions?
Yes.
Oh yeah, make that a 9. So that's 3 9s, 2 10s.
Yeah, you body check somebody as they go past. Just like, reach out and just like, as they're running, just
Oi!
their legs fly off the ground for a second.
Oi, what's going on here?
I have no idea. Why are we shouting? It's not that noisy.
Because everyone's running by. It's highly concerning.
I think he burst an eardrum.
Oh, okay. Right. No, we've got no idea. It's just doesn't sound like good.
So just general fleeing and terror then.
Fleeing in terror, yeah. Fleeing towards terror.
Okay, proceed. Have fun.
Right.
I set him down and pat him to let him run off again.
Alright, so you kind of follow in?
Yeah, let's just go ahead. Let's follow it.
Yeah.
Let's follow.
You move
let's
through
follow.
what looks like a rather normal village, with the exception that quite a few of the buildings seem to be built into the side of this giant snake. It's being used as like a wall, is the best way of describing it.
So
I mean,
there.
if he got it.
Can I ask a question? Is this snake like? Does the walls of the snake? Do they curve around in a circle, like it's like the coils of a serpent?
Yes,
type deal?
it's like a coiled snake that's kind of the head raised up and the tail, which is like the entrance to the harbour. But the rest of it is like probably a good 10-foot tall wall. They've added like wooden structure on the inside to make it easier to stand on, because of course the snake is round and.
Okay, so we're dealing with the fact that it's like we're dealing with the inside. We're like dealing with a king cobra that's rearing up,
Yeah.
or a king cobra rearing up, or in mid strike. That's my question.
More rearing its head, but the coils are kind of much larger than that.
Okay. Yeah, I got you. Huge fucking snake. Huge fucking stone snake thing. Okay. And so we're in the middle of the city. We have followed everyone into the middle of the trap, and
in the middle of the town is, the kind of like the town centre. And there, you kind of see someone standing over a man with bloody chains in their hands. The chains seem to be made of like gold or bronze or something like that, shiny colours chains.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, he then holds them up and says like, I am the man now. You shall all follow me. And
I will. Can I body check a nearby person again to ask him a question?
This is the best running gag.
you can have
Just
a go,
stick
yes.
your arm out as well.
All right, 8-8.
Yep. You just kind of
Is
like reach over, grab a standing person, drag them close to you.
Who's that?
That's the Smith.
He's not the mayor?
The mayor's the guy on the ground who
Is this
doesn't
how you
have
do
a head
elections
at this point.
Is this how you do elections around here?
No,
Okay, just checking. Just checking. I wanted to make sure your local flavor we were not intruding your local flavor.
What's an election?
It's where you get
It's a
together.
Greek thing. Don't ask too many questions.
It's where you get together and you appoint, and the group appoints somebody that they will sooner or later throw off a cliff if they do their job wrong.
Sounds like a pretty poor way to do it.
Yeah.
Cliff is new.
I mean,
I mean, you've heard of some elections. They're like you just pull a sword out of the ground, and therefore you rule. I don't know.
It's not an election. That's divine right.
I didn't vote for him.
It's a sword in the ground. There's plenty of swords in the ground.
There's always swords
But
on the
that got
ground.
vetoed rather harshly.
I mean, if I remember correctly, back in the home country, they had a farm where they just planted swords. They planted swords that grew out of the ground.
No comment.
Beans. Anyway, so
Someone will kind of like walk over and just like, Dave, what you doing, Dave? And he'll just whip out with these chains and just catch the guy in the face. It's like, bow before me, I am your king.
Oh no, he's a 3rd edition fighter.
oh no, Spike. Is Dave a large man? Like, say what he would say would be like a half a giant.
No, he's large because he's like the town blacksmith. So he
Fair
spends
right.
most of his day hitting metal. But he's not like, a Superman style.
Okay, so we're not talking about he doesn't have the ability to cause attack of opportunities and run and retreat 10 feet.
You haven't hit him yet, you haven't got no clue.
I mean, so I have established this is not normal via my. By the way, I let the guy go who I was asking questions of.
Right.
I'll stop him and ask where the assistant mayor is. Deputy, that's the word.
Mayor, well, he was down with the docks. You kind of see him kind of nearby.
Hiding behind somebody.
Well, yes, he's kind of cowering.
So this looks like a small problem you have here with this chains guy.
Yeah.
How much in wine would you pay us to solve this problem?
All the wine in the village.
How much is that?
Why do I feel like that number is a 0?
No, I'm sure we could find
Wait,
like
have
2
we
or 3
invented
bottles.
0 yet?
I don't think so. No, I think 0 was a bit.
We have 0. We have the concept of nothing right now. I know.
Wait, no, I'm a scholar. I know plenty about 0. I'm going to look at him funny and make a haggle roll. That's a good haggle roll.
Yeah, 5th century AD. The 0's been around for like a good
All
50,
right.
500 years.
I'm gonna
So
go.
both bottles of wine and some equipment.
Ship.
Yeah.
That's a good play. I like that guy's play. Fix our
Yeah.
ship.
Oh, I was about to say, did we actually manage to loot anything off of? I forget. Did we loot anything off of the ship when we were?
I don't
before
think
we
we've
crashed?
actually gone through all that.
No,
We
you,
have-
Easy.
We have yet to make full stock. What the fuck's going on right now?
Okay, because
we
currently I
sort
just
of-
have a dagger.
The
There's been
mutiny went through, and then we were in the storm, and now we only have part of our mast, so we haven't really had time to take stock.
And now
Fair
there's
enough.
this shouty chain swipey man. He's swinging the chain around, swinging the chain.
Guys, if we take out Chain Guy, they'll fix our ship.
All right. Well, okay. Like, excuse. All right.
I'm deliberately not mentioning the wine. That's for me.
I'm going to walk up to. I'm going to
I was
approach
there when
Chain
you
Man.
mentioned the wine. I know about the wine, and I'm a sell.
I'm going to approach Chain Man. Be like, Mr. Smith, man, what are you doing?
What? I'm not the smith, I'm the king. Bow before me. And he kind of swipes out at you with his chains.
All right. I'm gonna do a quickie parry. I parried the. I catch the chain in my hand. Like, what are you doing, friend? Like, come on, chill out a bit.
He's going to just yank on it with all his strength.
All right. How do you want to oppose
That
this
sounds
check?
like a. That
Sounds like a body.
A body check to me.
Yeah.
You should body him back.
What's his body versus my body? Do you want me to do a body fight, or what kind of body check we're talking here?
Or maybe
I think it might
athletics.
just be straight body.
It might just be straight
Or
body.
athletics. Yeah.
Athletics would
Athletics.
work. Yeah, I think, body athletics.
Let's see. Because I have my body fight. I don't have any athletics die. I have
Yeah,
endurance.
you can't
Can I
use
do
body fight for everything.
Can I do body endurance?
No, because it's not endurance. It's literally a yank.
All right.
So you're playing
Well,
tug
if
of
he's
war.
trying to endure being pulled,
No, I think endurance
How
is more
about
of a long-term thing.
how about body vigor? Just to
Vigor's for
like.
recovering from injury.
All right.
Don't get ahead of yourself. We haven't ripped your arm off yet.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. No, okay, I did not get anything. How about him?
Just a second, I'm just checking. Where's that?
He
I
probably
think
has 3 or 4 dice.
Yeah, I'm going to say 4, because he's... Double
Ooh.
7. He just rips it out of your hand and then just, swipes low again.
All right. Are we going to
jump
keep
it
going
this
back?
time.
Are we going to keep going back and forth on this? I catch it.
I catch it again.
He got 2 9s, but you're a bit quicker, so yeah. You step away this time as opposed to being able to catch it.
All right.
Alright.
Okay, like you say, king. Are we talking what's your royal majesty? What's your name, Majesty?
He hasn't got a crown. He's not a king.
I'm Dave the Smith. Dave Smith. King of Stone Snake.
Okay, so this is just normal megalomania, not any form of possession. Gotcha.
Well, it could still be some form of nasty.
I mean,
Alright, is someone actually going to try and step in and hit the guy?
I don't know. I'm
I'll-
kind of enjoying watching this.
I was going to declare okay, Mr. Snow Snake, I'm just going to take you to.
So you're saying he's fully distracted right now by the guy who's blocking all his shots like an absolute madman.
Yes.
I will try and jump up behind him with fight and bear him to the ground. I'll take the 8s.
Pair of 8s.
I do not.
He
Ow, my
somehow-
face.
Yeah, he somehow just manages to pirouette past you. And then kind of brings his elbow down.
You basically dive for him, and
His
he
elbow down on your left arm.
I tackle. My face.
No, it's your arm.
All right.
That would just be a point of stun.
I'm not going to use my fit. I'm going to try and subdue this man and not going to bring the knife out for this. So
There it is.
I am going to I'm going to equip myself in this brouhaha. And I'm going to punch him normally in the face. So I'm going to set my die to a 10, all right?
Right. Being cocky. Double 10.
Where the fuck did I put my...
So that was that's 1 to his head, right? Well, that's 2 10s, 2 1s, spending over multiple. So yeah,
yeah, but you only for these you only really care about top. So fight damage.
It's width and damage, so it would be
2 points.
1. Yeah,
So,
what do you?
2 points.
Yeah, it's 2 points.
2 points keep
If I-
away for 2.
Yeah, because the thing is that I'm not going for murdering this man. So
So you've rung him around the head pretty well. Does anyone else want to step in?
Well, I could just throw a knife at him.
That'd be a bad idea. We don't want to kill the guy.
Well, I'd only kill him if I hit him in the head.
Knives do mostly stun.
Yeah, they do with stun and 1 lethal flat. So actually, I couldn't.
Knives
kill him
are
because
lethal weapons.
Yeah, I actually couldn't kill him because I would have to do 4 lethal to kill him if I hit him in the head.
It does less than his full health in damage. It's non-lethal.
Says seconds before his arm comes off.
it takes a lot of killing in this game to murder somebody.
Hey,
Look, the maximum
chopping
damage by plasma gun is 400. You have 401 health. Non-lethal.
No, yeah, I would
Where
say,
does that mean?
Hey, chopping one's arm off is a non-lethal action. You don't die from it.
You
Not immediately. At least.
Hey, what happens? What happens after the arm gets chopped off is all on you. If you die of blood loss, that's your fault.
Wow.
You die of gangrene. Your family has a case against the doctor.
If you die of gangrene, that's expected, normal, and considered natural causes.
All right. Does anyone want to come into this, or do you want to just leave us to continue ruffling with the man while you watch amusedly on the corner on the sidelines?
I missed.
Like throw a random dagger past him.
It just falls on the ground.
Yep.
It's hard to throw them handle first.
All right. Do you still think
Hard
you're
to
the
throw
king?
them when he's being wrestled.
Do you still think you're the king now, Your Majesty?
Bits in your face.
All right. Fair enough. Do you want to go? Or do you want to? I'm going to declare punching him in the head again, Gray, and set my die to 10. What are you going to do?
He'll probably go for a full parry because he's being attacked by 2 people now.
All right.
3 people, actually.
Wait. Oh, he gets 2 8s and a 10. So
Oh, I go fast.
yeah, you go first for the 7, which is a weight 3 stun to the chest.
Mm-hmm. He blocks for his head. I fucking flip. I psych him out and punch him in the gut.
And I hit him in
The leg.
Left leg.
Yeah. But he breaks one of them with his 8s. So he only gets 2 damage.
Plus 1 lethal. The lethal is flat. It's not affected by width or anything.
Yeah. And I think that's just Adrian to step in and club him.
You want to get clubbing, Adrian?
I will club him. Where did I get the club, I wonder? But whatever.
Plenty of clubs. We were on a
Pair of
ship.
6s, pair of 4s,
He-
3s.
Yeah, he breaks the 6, but the 2 4s will hit him in the arm.
The thing is, like, when you're trying to make an arm thing, make sure just to like put your fists together and don't like thread your fingers, because you can break your fingers by threading.
Yeah, that's a good way to hurt yourself quite badly.
This guy has already put up more of a fight than the captain did.
Yes.
Kinda, yeah.
We're using non-lethal attacks. I mean, I could just be stabbing him.
I could be going.
So,
nuts,
I guess that I'll just use the back of my spear and smack him over the head.
I mean, if you want to,
I mean,
it's not really half a. It's not a half a spear. It's the back of the spear.
no, have to.
The heft, the pole, not the
I know,
arm.
That's making it. I'm making a bad joke. Go ahead.
All right. Anyway,
A joke doesn't even make sense in Latin.
Yeah. So just roll.
Yep.
Just roll.
Fucking nothing. Oh wait, 2 8s.
2
Yep.
8s, he's out, so that's 2 points of damage to his chest.
With killing, Jesus Christ.
Is it killing?
I'm using the back, so I'm
yeah.
literally, I'm striking non-lethal.
So it's actually 3 shock then.
So it's 1 more shock as well.
Yep.
So it's basically a
just
club.
Looking at that and going, holy shit, spears.
Spears are good.
Yeah.
Spear is an actual weapon.
Alright, he's going to swing a punch at Addis, I think.
Mm. All right.
Double 10, see what you can do against that.
All right. I'm going to make this make this turn just mean like, oh wait, I'm gonna drop my edge die. I'm gonna go for a counter punch and a parry. So 3 3s. So that's for I'm doing the 3 3s for the parry.
Yep,
So I
which will break
parried
his
it.
10 first. Yeah.
And but I wasn't able to get a good thing, so I locked his arm.
Alright, back around to you guys.
Bonk him on the bonds. You can also declare an aim shot without an edge dice by dropping one to your pool again. So
Hey, Gray.
Yeah.
Could you reshare the enemy health pools?
There you go.
Thank you.
Alright.
Great, that's 2 stun and 1 lethal. Or whatever they're called.
why are we using lethal on this guy?
He's only
Because I
got
don't
daggers.
have anything blunt.
The Loot
He's
Lord
only
did not
bleeding
give
slightly.
Just pick up some rocks.
If you need a blunt, just roll up the good stuff. I'm sure they have it around here.
fists, I say, and punch the guy again. In the
And that-
body.
Yeah, which will just
Hey,
like
he's out.
he'll kind of like fold up around your fist finally and just kind of like collapse to the ground. With a kind of audible and then
I do that reverse nod thing where you shake your head, throw your head back. Finally.
I will pick up the change and be suddenly compelled by
He's
the
no king.
members of the.
I am going to get my daggers back and then make sure that the chain is in sight at all.
Yep, so the chain looks a bit like this.
So it's the bling of office, I see.
Yeah.
All right.
The Cheons, as it appears to say.
I'll collect the chain to take it over to the assistant mayor. Do I need to roll a counter corruption check?
Which one of you was a wizard?
That's the thing, I don't actually know any spells.
None of us are wizardy.
I have yet to give myself a good excuse to start buying ranks in sorcery because I have that at a cheaper cost.
Right. Yes, I think it is time to do a bit of a check when you pick up the.
Can I do body vigor? Just
No.
no.
I'm just
Well-
gonna throw eerie at
Yeah.
this thing.
Well, I picked up the thing. What would I need to roll to?
I will also throw Eerie because I have that skill.
Can I say I threw that before he picked the chain up?
Yeah.
I will probably tell him don't touch those.
Nope, the chains. The chains seem to be completely mundane.
Double 8s.
Yeah, the chains seem to be are pretty much completely mundane.
Okay.
This guy, you still have to make a mental check.
Okay. Would that be say no? That's how about knowledge
probably-
dodge?
No.
Just okay.
Empathy.
Don't have empathy at all.
That's empathy.
I'm getting
Okay.
that next level.
I'm gonna grab my 2 cents die. Okay. It seems like I need to go and buy a lot
Sense
of.
seems to be kind of the mental stat.
Nope.
Sense is a lot of. Let's see. Sense is more or less exactly what you think it is. It's all forms of perception.
But there's nothing really for like.
There's no willpower
knowledge.
checks.
Yeah, there's no willpower. So we'll go with sense. Yeah, you feel the urge to declare yourself king. You want to be mayor of this village. You really want to be mayor of this village. And look, you got the chains of office in your hand. You know, what's to stop you just turning around? I mean, that guy was apparently the best fighter in the village, and you just took him out with no problem.
Hey guys, I got a great idea. I mean, this guy wasn't that far off. We could just like declare. We could just what was that?
A knife flies past your head.
And by we, you mean you, and by you mean everybody bow.
I mean, we could be like. I mean, we could just take this as a base of operations. Like this stuff fits me.
All right. Can I just smack him with my spear? Back of the spear.
Hit it.
Okay, here's the thing. You can look. I still have the chains in my hand. You could do the thing where you can stab your spear through the chains, the loop, and do the twirly thing and flip it out of my hands.
Oh,
So
hey,
that-
actually,
Dick time.
how about this? I just hamstrung you. Make an endurance check to see if you fall to the ground clutching your leg and.
Like, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I got 4 die on that. No.
Shit.
Yeah, you really
The
want to
knife
charge.
just kind of sticks in your leg, and you just look at it.
Hey,
And go,
okay. So, Gwydion, what's your Gideon? What's your spear? What's your weapon skill level?
My spear is 3. I have coordination 2.
Do you want to try and like I have the chain in my hand. Do you want to see if you can stab through the hole and flip it out of my hand onto your stick?
So called at what hand is it in? 5 or 7?
It's in 4. It's in 7. Or
That's body.
it's in 3.
Sorry.
It's in 3 and 4.
So your left hand? All right.
Yeah.
Oh wow! As soon as the fight's done, half of the shock you've taken is just gone.
Yep.
All right. So called action to attack the left hand, the chain. That's when you call an action. It's 1 less die, right?
Yeah.
It's 1 less
Alright.
die, and one of the remaining dice is set to the
4. So you're looking for a 4 on 2 dice.
whatever you're looking for.
Yeah, 4 on 2 dice. So, oops, double rolled. First one is a pair of 1s. So I hit you in the leg.
You know what?
Same
It's-
Yes.
Which, since it was at 3, probably means that leg is useless.
I mean, the leg is
Remember,
okay.
that's one extra shock damage to it, so that's 3 shock damage.
All
Yeah,
right.
he
So,
was at 3, so yeah, that leg is gone.
was he at 3?
Yeah, because I hit you with.
Why are you attacking me?
Why are you attacking me?
Why am I taking damage?
Oh wait, no,
That's a
you're
good-
Adis
that's a good
over
question.
here.
I'm Adrian.
Okay.
I'm busy over here trying to
Alright.
collect my wine so I can have
You
my
know
first
what?
taste of the blessed elixir in over a year.
You guys are all usurpers right now, so you know what?
Okay, now here's the thing. Though I hit you with the knife, so you were actually at 2 stun, 1 lethal, which means you're now at 6 stun.
Yeah, your leg's completely dead right now.
Well,
You
I'm
can't
but well, the
He,
thing is,
he just dead like the shit out of you, basically.
Basically.
okay. So, but the thing is, I'm not out right now.
No, you're not out, but you're dropped
You're
to
not
the
out,
floor,
but
and you
you're
probably
not
would have
going
dropped the
yet.
chain, unless you want to make a.
I'm going to swing. You know what?
Actually, there's
I'm gonna
another.
flail.
There's another lethal on that because I didn't say that I was going for the non-killy blow.
All right, but I can't get any more. There's no more. I can't pull over any more of the
You can make a
things. Right?
straight
You need to-
coordination check to try and maintain the your grip on the
Alright.
chains, if you want.
Alright.
Strength.
Just coordination.
straight coordinate. Okay, I dropped the chain.
And it kind of like drops from your head the feeling of being like meh.
I'm gonna rip my dagger out of his leg and then use the dagger to pick the chain up.
All right, make me a check.
Careful with touching that.
It goes through the.
All right, and
It's
now
still
we're at
kind of
combat.
like in your possession.
Metal.
What was the check?
Sense empathy.
Yeah, sense empathy.
I need to check if I
Almost
actually
took a
have it.
point of empathy.
I need to buy fucking like sense.
Oh,
we
well.
need to buy some basic sense die.
The reason
I
I picked
have sense
empathy is
die.
because you have to empathy to not just like declare yourself leadership.
I have plenty of sense. I'm over here getting drunk.
Do you know what? You know,
I've opened a
I
wine
just would make a
bottle.
terrible mayor. You'd make a
Idiot.
fantastic
I've got a
mayor.
I'm
glass.
clearly the most qualified mayor of this.
I know what's coming, and this is going to be hilarious.
I cleared my. So wait, so you lose half your stun.
Half
Yeah.
your stun as soon as the fight's over. Yeah.
Okay,
It's
and,
still
And
the
you
same
can
fight.
roll vigor to get it back.
okay. So let's go with body vigor real fast. Where's my vigor?
The question is this the same fight?
No, we're the encounters are leaving.
That's a good question, actually.
All right, I get
Just
back. I thumb the knife wound close and seal it, and I get back up off my leg.
Well,
I think that's for the strain, actually.
the players have now caused more damage to you than the NPCs have so far this campaign. I know it's not a high bar up.
We just started. Ray. Okay, so you're declaring yourself king now.
Nah, but
Whatever.
yeah.
Point is, I am now marching with great purpose toward my deputy, who is still cowering at the dock.
Hey, give me that back. 10. All right, that's 2 8s for a flying tackle.
Make me a dodge for that. Coordination dodge to avoid the flying tackle.
Nope.
Alright. So, because he's tackled you rather than attacking, I'd say you have to make a coordination check to maintain control.
Just straight coordination?
Straight coordination.
Gray, if nobody has an axe or a hammer, I'm going to grab one from the blacksmith shop.
Alright.
I'm assuming
Okay.
it's somewhere close by.
No one touches the chain.
And then I'm going to hit the chain with an axe.
That'll probably break it.
Yes, that's the point.
Yeah. I'd say you don't have to roll. Because, you know, it's a gold chain.
It
They're not
can't
exactly
dodge.
hard. Yeah. But I'm also saying it's gold, so it's not like it's going to take much damage to break it.
It would be hilarious if the chain
Witchcraft!
did dodge.
I'm going to point right at it. Witchcraft! I told you!
Oh yeah, you
Never
were the person
listen.
you guy who did pass your area check. Yeah, that thing kind of did make me feel weird. By the way, I'll help.
I also passed the ear check, except here's the thing, it read as completely mundane.
I mean, the check itself probably was mundane, but the effect on it probably wasn't.
Clearly witchcraft. Why would you want to be ruler of this small, beautiful, but small village? There are castles.
But
Heck, there is civilization right across that strait.
I mean, we have to start somewhere, and I spent the
Yeah.
last 10 years on an island without so much as a roof.
I'll help.
Which reminds me, have a drink.
I'll help Ricardo back up from after tackling him.
I'm going to be sharing one of my. How many bottles of wine did I end up with, Gray?
2.
Okay, one of my 2 bottles of wine with the rest of the party. After all, we've been through a lot. Need a taste of civilization every now and then to remind you why you fight.
Excuse me, small deputy man. Is this normal?
No. Why? Is this normal where you come from?
How non-normal would you say this is?
We've never
On the
had a
day-to-day
murder
basis.
here in like 20 years.
Witchcraft.
Well, now you've got one, but thank God we don't have 2.
Okay, so you're saying
6.
that. So you're saying you don't really have a steady occurrences of people becoming megalomaniac, or how about other things of obvious witchcraft? Say old ladies and often that have cats around, or strange double-headed grapes or something.
We live inside
I'm
a giant
giving you
stone
the
snake.
Strangest look right now.
Have you? It's just none of you guys have been to Britain before, have you?
No.
No.
No,
I've traded
that would
with
all be
people
counted
from
as normal.
That's why I'm giving him the strangest look. None of that's witchcraft.
Have you any of you guys seen a giant in full wrestling gear? It leaves nothing to the imagination. It leaves nothing to the
I'm
imagination.
being conspicuously silent here, by the way.
4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah, I'm being conspicuously silent.
I don't
You'll
think
pardon
Woody.
my comrades. They are not cultured men. They are Spanish.
All right. Okay. So that is not normal. So,
I may not be cultured, but I got damn good aim.
but and the explosions.
Hey, I gave you
of
wine. Stop
strange
throwing
people.
things at me.
What are you throwing around right now?
I have no idea what he's trying to throw at me.
That was a rock.
Okay. Just don't be
Bam,
completely.
you're right in the sternum.
You're not Bane right now with a stun gun. So
I'm not going to parry that. The only thing I'm holding is a wine bottle.
all right. So
I will, however, attempt to protect the wine.
You'll see a few other people start edging towards the chains, just like basic peasants, commoners.
I'm going to. I'm
I
going
hit
to
them with an
stand.
axe.
I'm going to stand guard around the chain and give people a stink eye. And I'm going to ask my friend to, or I'm going to say, like, can someone sweep that up and throw it into the sea?
I'm going to keep hitting it with an axe.
Then sweep it up and throw it into the sea.
All right.
With an axe?
Yeah.
Yes.
You quickly reduce the chain to like several fragments of gold, and people start backing down and start like crying. There's like someone crying over the body of the mayor, and like the smith.
The mayor's dead?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got his fucking head ripped off by the
He got his
smith.
head staved in by the smith.
Oh, that'll explain it.
Smith, we punched in the head until he stopped moving.
The smith
I am
has come
going
round
to attempt
now.
to inspire the crowd to have clemency on the smith. He was clearly under the effects of evil magic.
Or at the very least, some kind of magic.
He does look remorseful.
Witchcraft?
He is, like, shocked what he did. Right, as you do this, another shockwave like slams through the village.
I headbutt this shockwave as well.
Much more effective this time.
2-2.
I really hope the 3 6s isn't foreshadow.
We should find what is doing this and convince them to stop.
Whatever was maybe doing this may be very large.
Or very small. That is beside the point.
So, you all have this feeling now without a roll in your head that, the town is small potatoes, whatever potato is. You really want to be out, whatever it is out there in the forest, that's the goal, that's the key.
Oh, are we getting sovereignty vibes where everyone wants to become king now?
Basically, yes.
Is it the bloody sword?
We don't know.
It's the bloody sword, isn't it?
I would
We're
neither
just
confirm nor defy the bloody sword being in the bloody forest.
We're getting told by Eldritch power so someone wants to rule Britain. Something wants someone to rule Britain.
The sword wants a hand to hold it.
All right. I gotta say, I got this strange conquering vibe in my feeling it right now. How you guys doing?
Great, I rolled 3 6s. Can I at least figure out that, this is definitely something big?
Yeah, no, you know full well this is something extremely powerful that wants you.
I'm gonna look around to the crowd and I'm going to say, like, hey, who wants to form an army?
No.
Nope.
Just no.
No one Fair enough. I got this army I got this conquering feeling in my soul right now.
I'm gonna go over to the new mayor and tell him we fixed your problem, now fix our
Is the mayor?
No, you don't have that option. You want to go out into the woods.
Well, no, I mean,
before you do
because
it,
I
yeah.
want the ship fixed.
We'll handle
Because
this.
eventually it's
Fix
going
my
to
boat.
be useful.
Does the bear have a certain look on her face where
She might be a few minutes away from calling her
Guys,
own.
it looks like there's a river that runs into the forest anyway. If
Yeah,
we get
there
the
is.
ship fixed, we can go up.
Yeah. At this point, you'll probably hear some voices going, "Oh yeah, dearie, it's a bit of a mess, this." And you kind of turn around.
Oh boy. I'm hiding behind another part of the group right now.
They're back.
Son of a bitch.
they're currently laying out laundry right now?
No, they're scrubbing up the blood from the mat.
Yeah, I'm currently hiding behind another part of the group so they can't see me. Of course, they obviously do see me.
You just put your helmet down. Close the visor.
And it's kind of like, yeah, it would be a shame if someone got out there and didn't do right for the country for once. Oh yes, dear. I mean, I hear that whatever's out there will be something that really sets the fate of the nation. Dibble just kind of scowls and keeps scrubbing because of rather stubborn blood spot.
Remember the last couple of people we sent out on adventure? Oh yes, all such terrible fates.
Well, that's the thing. Some of them are still alive.
None of them were French.
Okay, so Gray,
And well, still alive is not the same as having a good fate.
Actually, I think some of them were French.
So Gray, I have a question to ask. Is there any high point in this city town that's built into the side of a snake?
The
Yes,
top of the
it's called
snake.
the head of the snake.
Yeah.
Do they have say a tower structure built into the side of the snake that you can use to climb the snake?
Probably not.
Okay.
There'll probably be some ropes because that'll be a good vantage point. So there's probably like a little
Coordination climb.
I'm gonna go and climb the snake. See if I can climb the snake.
You don't.
This is where you fail, break your neck, and you have to lose a character.
I mean, can we just say that I'm really tired by the time I get there? Because it's ropes and stuff that they've probably set up. They probably have like a gantries put in the side of the snake to go up.
Oh, go on then. I won't have you plummet to your doom from a snake.
Okay, I'm gonna. The reason is I want to look out from the snake to the snake top, and I'm going to roll my knowledge geography so I can get a good idea of which way we're looking at to go.
All right.
All right, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. God damn it! Why is this thing so touchy when you're trying to get dice?
Because it hates you.
Before
It knows.
So great.
4,
Just
5,
to put something to bed once and for all,
Yeah.
I rolled an 8 on the Erie check at the washerwoman.
All right, that's 2 5s and 3 3s.
Firstly, the washerwomen apparently just appeared from nowhere, and they are giving you some bad vibes. Or good vibes, depending on your feelings.
They're giving
Why
both
can't I draw on the background
copious
screen?
amounts.
All right. I rolled geography. Can I get a good idea which way that? Can I get a good way which way that?
Yeah,
that
you've got an
came
idea
from?
which way the sense is coming from.
All right. This sovereignty wave that keeps telling people to go and. So would you say from where we're at in Snakeville? Is it up left, down right? Are we going towards more Clem's Fork or Madron?
Are we heading toward the Normans or the Starks?
Towards the woods.
So
The woods are pretty much everywhere.
That direction.
So Clem's Ford. All right.
We're
Woods,
heading
yeah.
inland.
Inland.
All right.
Wonderful.
And I'm making this assumption that we're not the only people who's feeling like they need to go grab a thing.
No, quite a few people have kind of. Some of them have set off running.
I'm still kind of just hiding from the washerwoman.
I'm gonna come down off the snake and be like, "All right, it's inland toward this feeling I got is inland towards the woods."
Dang it, Caliban.
So, does anyone want to form a party to go that we can form up a group and go that way? See what's causing this. Probably stop it by punching it, bopping it upside the head. I say
The land,
that,
clearly, she is horribly injured and is in need of help.
I am gonna tell the mayor to get our ship fixed up because we're coming back, and when we do, we're gonna need it.
This is also probably true.
I mean, sure. Because the question is that who's currently ask the mayor who's currently ruling this land, or is it all just a big kerfuffle of? Is there any one unified ruler here?
Did you not listen to a word the old mayor told us?
No.
We already know this.
Okay.
That's why we have the map which has the Starks, the Normans, the Undead, the Dwarves, the WrestleMania, and Cornwall.
What the fuck is this WrestleMania place?
The land of the Giants.
It's where the Giants
over there.
went after we blew up their island.
It's WrestleMania.
I
The
can't
blue
wait.
part.
I can't wait to see what the fuck's gonna happen with over there. Honestly,
I can.
Giants
They're
and
giants.
spandex.
do they? So here's a question: is it various types of wrestling versus each other? Like, is there lucha libre giants fighting cage match giants, and it's all get to figure out who's the true one way of wrestling?
It's WrestleMania.
There.
So I mean, it kind of is, I guess.
Okay, so let's form a party and roll out. So
You jump into your APC, yeah.
I transform into a Mack truck.
I mean, we better start. We got to start going that way because the plot is literally punching us in the face, saying this way, this way.
Which kind of makes me want to go the opposite.
Back into the ocean.
Unfortunately, it makes your character want to go that way.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Come everybody,
Don't worry,
everybody.
Alright,
it won't be as
Let's
much
go
fun as
follow the
yours.
plot.
We can at least bop. Look, we're at least strong enough to bop each other around the
Great
head hard
talk.
enough. Go ahead.
Yeah, it won't be that railroady after we get past this section.
I know.
We have to establish the point in time where we get our company chart going.
Yeah.
So, does anyone have actual skill with swords?
Nope.
I can use the sword like a club and hit someone with it.
I can maybe throw it about 5 feet.
I'm tempted to take to take sword, but didn't.
Gwydion could, tie it to the end of a stick.
Yes.
I mean,
Excalibur.
Long gold mediano.
I mean that's basically what Hector did with his sword.
All right.
The
I see
scary
nothing wrong
thing
with
is
that
that
point.
my character probably has seen it done.
We'll shake down the mayor for enough food to at least go out that way and go.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's a long journey.
All right, then let's start walking.
Let's go. If we get hungry, we'll come back.
I'm sure we packed at least a couple of meals.
I have
the boat.
one French ration.
You mean a bottle of wine?
Got it in one.
I don't think any of us were confused on that point.
It's for the viewers. All right,
Alright.
on to nearly almost certain plot.
Oh, you gotta watch out for that plot, it's deadly.
Well, I mean,
Right.
it's like we're going to have direction
Someone.
and a unified goal.
Well, if it was a plot, if it wasn't dangerous, it wouldn't have to be a plot.
I mean, what's worse could happen? We find the sword, we pull it out, and then we start making a company to try and conquer the entirety of England.
Again.
Well, for starters, someone could ask what the worst that could happen would be.
What's the worst that could
Yes.
happen, honestly?
The worst that could happen is we're not there first.
Come on, let's just walk.
We're going.
Alright, so you spend a nice day traipsing through the beautiful English countryside.
It's hot, it's boggy, and it hasn't rained just yet.
Which means it's probably the best weather they've had in a century.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay.
You'll come to like a wooded area.
Called a forest.
Yeah, let's call it a forest. This is
In
kind
civilized
of like,
lands, it would be.
yeah. This is probably
No
some sort
offense
of
to
dark
English.
foreboding wood. It forebodes. It bodes badly.
Oh boy, not this shit again. All right, let's go.
You wonder what he means by that.
I don't really care. He's just been talking weird things ever since we met him.
It's not his first foreboding woods.
He also seems to be very scared of washerwomen for some reason.
You know what?
To be fair, after that eerie roll, I think Rogelio is a bit scared of him too.
I think y'all are just, being wusses. And just old ladies.
Right, entering the woods, you will find a dead body.
Is there a sword sticking out of it?
No, it looks like he's been clubbed to death or something.
Gasp.
I'll ruffle through his pocket. Does he have a pocket or pouch?
No.
Okay.
I will immediately find and then steal his wallet.
We just tried that. It didn't work.
He said he had no wallet to steal.
The peasant.
He said he had no pouch.
Was it a peasant from the village that went ahead of us?
Not that you would have known, but yes.
All right. Well then, we'll follow. Is there a sudden like suspicious trail of bodies of say one person found somebody else and bopped them over the head, and then that person found another person got found? But this looks like a battle royale went on here.
As you go on, yes, it gets more and more dead people. Most of them seem to have been killed by, relatively mundane weaponry, so like pitchforks and clubs. Yeah, one or two seem to be run through with like swords and stuff like that.
Spears, such.
Swords. I could use a sword.
All right.
One guy has been ripped to shreds by some sort of wild animal.
That could have happened completely independently.
Yeah.
If I'd encountered the Scots, I would have blamed the Scots for that.
I mean, we all know the fear of the fierce, vicious English mountain lion.
Are there any big cats that are native to England? Or
No.
really the entire British Isles?
No.
No.
Until now, English mountain lions.
Kind of weird, you'd think.
Actually, more England is more boar territory and big pigs.
And wolves at this time.
Worrisome.
Well then, we will continue. Does any of them have any fallen weaponry or items on them? Would you say?
Yeah, you'll be able to scavenge a few pitchforks and stuff like that.
I'm going to take everything of value that is smaller than my fist, which means I'm probably not going to get any.
Nope, they're peasants.
I'll take a pitch. I'll take along a pitchfork.
Yep, I will take a pitchfork.
Just to like
Do anyone have
something-
torches?
Yeah, there'll be a few torches.
I will grab a torch.
Actually, I'll take a torch instead. I want to light a torch to have to club people with.
Okay, well, if you're grabbing a torch, I'll grab a pitchfork. We've got to have symmetry.
Okay, yeah. Don't worry.
All right.
Torches are like clubs when on fire.
Pitchforks are like spears, but you get 4 of them.
They're more like tongs and spears.
Pitchforks are like spears, but covered in shit.
Ah,
Ooh.
So, sepsis attacks.
I kill you,
Hey,
but you
work-
stay alive for the next 4
It works
years.
in Warhammer Fantasy.
Thank goodness this isn't that.
God. This would actually work for Warhammer Fantasy and for the rolling, but still, I'm still salty that we got how early we got murdered in that game.
You split the party.
You know what? You're
Technically,
right.
it didn't split the party. It's just half the party couldn't show up that day.
Yeah. Anyway,
Those were the lucky ones. So,
you will come across a point where the rate of bodies increases.
Exponentially, or
Like, are we talking like comically, like bodies on bodies on bodies here?
No, but obviously you're getting closer to the source. It's kind of like rings of bodies almost.
Well, this doesn't look like a. Somebody roll eerie.
For about the 5th time tonight.
We all
Somebody with
It's a
eerie
very
roll
eerie
eerie.
situations, yeah.
We're in a magical land.
I think we
Well,
all
got
get the
5s.
we all have a very distinct idea because we're these people are probably coming here for the same reason we are. They're just bopping each other on the head while they get here.
Actually, I was thinking if they're in actual circles, then
Well,
No,
I think
not
what he
actual
means
circles.
is there are circles like around a really wide area that just happens to be like concentric circles.
It's as if they've all gotten a small group and started hitting each other until they fell over.
Alright, and then you'll kind of come to a point where the corpses, like, are obviously dismembered.
Like someone got a sword and started swinging it.
Yes.
We're going to need a bigger spear.
And, there's kind of like, these are definitely kind of like arms missing. Stuff like that.
It's only a flesh wound.
Yeah. It's great. Look at their face. He says it wasn't a flesh wound.
Well, the flesh, it is wounded.
This is going to be one hell of a this is one hell of a dead place.
And then you'll come to a clearing.
oh boy.
First thing you'll notice
Is
In the
the
center.
group of people still fighting?
No, it's quite quiet.
Oh, it is there. Called it.
Yep,
What are you doing?
there's the sword.
What are you going on about, Gwyd?
It's Gideon, and I called this. This is friggin' Excalibur again.
Again, you say? What's Excalibur?
Sword in the stone. You know the thing that lets you roll.
That's not a stone, though.
Sword in the skeleton. Fuck off.
Never heard of it.
Yep, no one has a clue.
What do you? I swear, these. Wait, what? You look like some. What do you look like? I can't place you, man. It's almost like you're pale. It's almost like you're pale as you've never seen the sun. Fair hair, dark, auburn haired. So it's almost like you're born in these parts. All right, so
He's clearly Swiss.
clearly, or German. You could be German.
No, that's a German.
You point to the heavily armoured guy who steps out of the other end of the trees. Shouting,
One of us
"It
is German."
Mine.
He's what?
It's mine. Leave.
If it's yours, pull it out.
No, it's like I think we're all here for the same reason, sir. We all have this strange extra,
The knight kind of like swings his sword like in a complicated motion.
All right, I think we're going to have to get into a punching match.
Time to get the boss pull out. Spear time.
All right, I'm going to actually pull my dagger out and go into my fight stance.
It looks like something
I
out
am
of
going to walk over to the sword and try and pull it.
He's going to intercept you before you get there. The moment you start moving towards the sword, he will charge you.
This is called a boss fight, Ablative. We have to put this
beat
guy
the
Yeah,
boss
and
before
how
you-
do you beat a boss fight? With the proper tool. What's the proper tool here? Probably the thing he doesn't want us to have.
Sorry, your speedrun tactics won't work here. This is England.
Look, you can't.
All right. So
You
I'm
can't
gonna start
click-
spearing him.
Well, he swings. He's got a double two.
Hang
So
on,
he
I seem
swings
to have
that
lost
how?
my dot. There it is.
All right, do we want to do this in declarative
Yep,
rounds?
6 that's enough. All right, I'm gonna be attacking him.
And we're supposed to roll at the same time for this, so we're going to.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a part of this conflict. I'm also going to roll to to do a fight on this man. I'm gonna set my thing to. I'm gonna see if I can go for a 10.
I'm not doing any called shots, so
Pitchfork
He just
attack.
has a
3 sevens though.
3 5s. I'll take it.
discard doesn't need to
pair of
make
eights.
a called shot. He just has the.
I have to tell what I have to say what my die is set before I roll it.
Hey, 3 10s.
Nice.
Nice. Well, he's done.
This guy, I'm just trying to remember. How did you get like that many dice in a fight?
Remember, I started with my multiple thing is that I had I had imprisoned. I had a couple of other things. My 2 sets of things were towards because I rolled over the cap on it with all my thing together, because I never had commander. I had other things to soldier and shit like that.
You got basically 6 dice out of your fight.
I got like 8 dice out of my fight and everything else like that. And we said we just convert them over to one X die on it.
Yeah, all right. Just that's a lot of dice for the start.
I remember, I have literally a little to nothing in everything else. My character was the swollest of angry men.
Hence, you're trying to use fight for everything.
I mean, I've only used fight for
working.
Okay, remember, great. Okay, so remember, I rolled 2 6s, 2 5s, and 3 8s, a 7, a 9, and a 2. So,
Yeah,
Ray.
Yeah.
If he doesn't dodge that, I just dropped him in 1.
Yeah, I should probably roll a dodge. Well, he's got armor. He's got plate armor on, so that's -2.
Oh shit.
But he's not
Pair of
fast enough.
fives, not
He's not
enough.
fast enough to dodge.
And he's not tall enough to do anything either.
Blocks mine.
Blocks.
he just basically haha, and he's just getting mobbed by people.
Adrian's faster. Adius is faster.
Rahelia
I'm taller.
Yeah, Gideon's taller, and yeah, so everyone's either faster or taller than him. So it looks like the plate armor is going to slow him down heavily.
Not to mention being 5-on-1.
Remember that remember, plate armor is great so long as you don't get mobbed by people who start stabbing you.
Alright. Where is the armor?
That's what? 1 and 1 in the head.
I'm just double checking the gear rules, trying to find how armor works.
Armor just adds to the wound total, doesn't it?
Gear. Where
Here we go,
is-
armor.
Yeah.
Full plate armor, covers everything. 3 points of armor resistance. Every point stops 1 point of shock and 1 point of killing.
Oh fuck! I didn't actually do anything then.
So that's 1 shot, 1 point of killing, and what else?
No, that's it. 1 shot, 1 point of killing.
All right, so I have 4. My thing is 4 killing because I'm using the knife because it's +1 for
Right, so you
that.
do 1 point of killing to his body.
7 body.
What would these pitchforks be counting as?
Probably just spears.
Beers, yeah.
Kick ass.
So that would be the same as my spear. So width killing and 1 shock added.
Which means I do nothing.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
well.
Gideon's bounces off as well. It blocks with and shock, so you need to, yeah. Just for people at home. Anyone's not following it. All right. So now he's going to lash out again.
All right. So we're in a.
Who's he going to go for?
I mean, go for the man with the massive fight pool and the vigor thing. 'Cause
Yeah.
I remember I was.
That actually hurt him.
True. Yeah. Go for ideas. That's
All
his
right.
stab roll. Double 7.
I'm going to go for a. I'm going to for my next declare. I'm going to go. This is another round, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to declare for fighting and parrying at the same. You know what? No, I'm going to go just go straight defensively because this is a man. This is a crazy man with a sword.
Yeah, you break that. And that's his dodge roll. which is big of all.
This man clearly has the ability to take multiple actions in one round. This man is fast.
Well, no,
Yeah.
dodge comes free.
Yeah.
You
Does
can
it?
do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're not considered to be going full offensive all the time. You get a dodge and an attack.
So now
Okay.
that he's distracted,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take as many steps toward the sword as I can.
You just really want that sword, don't you?
Yeah, you're like halfway there. So another move will get you there.
I'm gonna run.
Pair of twos.
Yeah, definitely another move will definitely get you there.
But you're being very obvious about it with the running.
Yes. You
Let's
might
help.
even be doing something like mine.
Sword!
Well, no, the thing is, I have to run past him.
Yeah.
Gray, can I parry his
When-
attack if he attacks someone else? Or is that a different thing?
Yes.
Yeah, if
Cool. I'll
if
do that.
you're Jason, yeah.
Well, it's not the best roll.
No, I'm currently, bumping this. I'm fighting this man in the sword with a knife. It's just the fact that I'm such a ferocious, monstrous bastard that I'm able to hold this man in plate armor off.
I'm trying to stab his sword and immobilize it. Doesn't work too well.
So it's 3-8. So I had one fight from that. I had 2 6s, which was foot soldier. So I had 2 fights. So it's 3 fight plus the 3 from imprisoned. I had a shit ton of fight. It was ridiculous amounts.
That's
You are
fine.
quite the fighty man.
I just thought I'd ask.
You saw me roll it on screen, Gray. You can't
Yeah,
fault
I'm
me.
just checking the maths, basically.
That was a month ago.
Yes.
It's possible to forget.
Next, look, it's this and geography are my 2 largest pools. All right. Also, I have a little bit of be able to inspire people. All right. I'm going to. Okay, so what would it take to try to get this man's sword out of his hand? What would it go before? What would the check be to try for disarm, Gray? Would that be trying to call shot his hand, or
yeah,
would that
probably
be
a call shot to his hand? It's the best way of doing it.
All right, so I'm going to when you're doing a call shot, you drop your wiggle dice first, but then you have your hard dice. So I'm going to set 1 to 7, or I'll set 1 to 5. I'm going to set 1 to 5. I'm going to set another 1 to 5, so I have 2 5s, and I'm going to roll the rest, which is so that's wait. So I have 1 edge die. 1 second. So that'd be 5. That's 5 normal dice. Or is that 4 or 5 normal dice, would you say? Because I have 7 normal fight
Drop
fight
1,
dice.
so
You drop 1 and set another.
Yeah, as drop 1,
So
set
5.
another.
5.
But it does not drop my hard die though. It drops my wiggle die first.
Oh no, you lose any special dice first. Like if you have master or expert, you lose those
there's
first.
no reason to call your shot if you have one already, because it's
All right,
essentially.
so it's 6, set 1 to 7. It's already setting 1 to 7 then.
Unless Gray says you have to make a call shot to disarm somebody.
Yeah, I have to make a call shot. So
Yeah.
that means so it is just this. Okay, so it's 5 dice normally with 1 is 7, or 1 is 5. Okay, so that means you need to throw 5 dice. Nope, 2 5s. 3 5s actually.
Nice.
Yeah, you need to remember your order result.
Mhm.
Well, I'm not typing that in right now, but yeah, no, 3 5s to wrestle his sword away from him.
yeah, that looks like you would probably be able to. So he drops his sword.
Sweet.
Or we get his sword flung away, and I am going to go and see if I can put this man in an arm bar or something to make him chill the fuck out.
Ah, cool. Well, if that's that fast, can I stab my pitchfork around his sword to make it harder for him to pick it back up again? Since I have that pair of 2s?
Yeah.
Good. Pitchfork over sword.
You
All right.
basically just piece-tied his sword with your pitchfork.
Yep.
And I'm okay. And so is he going to try and wrestle me off, Greg? Can we go into a wrestling time? Can we go to a WrestleMania now?
I think
Oh
that's...
boy!
Is anyone else going to stab him?
Oh boy, here comes the fight.
Be careful, you might attract the attention of giants.
My knives do literally nothing to this fool, so I'm not gonna try and hurt him now.
Yeah, just go for the sword. I got this guy.
That's what I'm doing.
I say as I get his sword away, and I'm going to put him into an armbar, and then plate armor is heavy. I'm going to make this man fall. I'm going to see if I can get this guy to topple with this man, so we can see if we can hit him in the head until he stops being crazy. All right, Gray.
All right, so strength check. That'll probably just be a fight check again.
Okay. Fight. I'm seeing if I can topple him, so I'm gonna go and set this to 9.
Nope.
Whoa! Holy shit!
And you were one off a perfect run there.
Yeah. No, Gray.
2 off because 10 counts.
I set 1 to 9 already. Remember?
Yeah, but you missed a 3.
It is 1. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so he's missing a 3 and a 10.
How? Well,
Okay, that's actually kind of impressive.
Yeah.
Very.
Now he's going to try and punch you in the face.
Okay.
Wow, that was almost a cool thing you did. Now you're gonna get punched for.
I'm going to go for a block.
Pair of 7s versus the 6. Yep.
And I'm going to go back for another wrestle. Going to go for another 9.
While this
right.
is going on, I'm taking another step toward the sword.
Yep, you'll reach the sword.
And I'm going to just kind of follow, but...
So, what's the roll for worthiness?
I have sorcery.
This is the weirdest way of fist fighting this man in armor.
If you have sorcery, just pull his helmet off and beat him with it already.
Anyway.
Go ahead.
I'm walking towards the sword and just looking at it and going, yeah, this is familiar.
Right. And again.
Yeah, you're just wailing on him at this point.
Well, it's 2 9s, 2 10s. Can I bear him to the ground now?
Yeah, no, he's on the ground.
All right.
He was on the ground after the last one. You just got a beating on him. He's holding you off now.
What?
No?
What'd you say?
He's holding you off. He broke that 10. So there's just a double 6.
But the 6s, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So as we pull back from Ada's beating a man in armor to unconsciousness.
There's just like the sound of somebody hitting a set of pans of a clang, 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 clang. Because you're not doing any damage, but you are just like ringing around his head.
He's going to have one hell of a headache. My fists are going to be fucking hurting tomorrow.
With a double 10, though, I will say you've managed to make it sound a bit like a kettle drum.
Okay, we'll pull back from this scene and go to the people around the sword.
The sword is calling to you.
What's the roll to pull it, Gray?
There is no roll.
If we're going to be able to guard this court, I call Gwaine. I call Bane Gwaine.
To be honest, I was going to make you have rolls to not pull it, but apparently you're just going to go follow him, so that's fine.
It's called desperation, Gray.
Excellent.
There's still a man over there with a sword. Blade has not character has not noticed the fact that I'm currently astride this man.
I'm going to take the sword from this knight.
Yeah, you can pick up his sword.
Point it at his face and demand he yield.
And then I'm gonna pull the sword, run over, and chop his head off.
Hey, why do you want to do that? It's rude. Can you not cut the head off the guy I'm currently having fun with?
Oh, darn, I don't speak German.
His head off, did I?
My head off?
Forgot. I don't speak German.
I'm just going to try and stop him from pulling the sword out and saying, bad idea,
Do you also want to pull the sword out?
Fuck no.
You might. It is calling you.
Oh yeah, it's calling
On
me.
one
I've
hand,
had it
yes.
before.
On the other hand, heck of no.
You can be a wizard future king, so I think it's going to be another sense of empathy check.
It is definitely England's time of need.
You both want the sword.
And I've already got my hand on it.
Well, I do at least know something about it.
Yeah, you recognise it.
It's like,
And now you
Excalibur,
want to
the sword of
try to
fools.
talk me out of it.
I'm gonna roll a 10 to see if I can just great take this guy by the head and start banging it against the ground. 2 10s, 2 8s.
That's
Yeah, we'll just say that the
38,
knight is just going to give up at this point.
I'm tap. He's just tapping at the corner right now. Tag out! Tag out!
Yeah, he's literally doing that.
I'm okay. I want to pull his helmet off.
Unfortunately, you have no idea what that means.
I don't speak German. He's German.
And there's no ref around either.
Giant ref just comes out the sky, lands.
Shouting something about Kefabi, and you know, no idea what that means.
K-babe.
K-babe. Yeah, K-babe. Yeah. But it sounds to you like Kefabi. And it's like, what?
Huh?
Is he surrendering or insulting your mother?
I think it's surrendering. I'm just gonna take his helmet off too. Does he look? What does he look like?
Like middle-aged man, just pretty normal. Looks like he's been rung around the head far too many times in the last 5 minutes.
Wonder who did that.
Alright, so back to the sword. Who's going to go
Back
first?
to the important thing.
What'd you say, Gray?
So you're going to pull it, are you?
Well, I failed my check to not.
Yeah, so you pull the sword. It slides easily out of the skeleton's ribcage. And there is heavenly choir, light, a beam of light pierces the clouds.
What's that washerwoman doing up there with that light? With that that stage light?
I'm just kind of face palming.
And kind of like all of you kind of... There's another shockwave. There's another shockwave. Put it that way.
From the sword?
Yep.
Alright. Does it push me off? Does it push me off my straddle position off this man?
No, it's not. Okay. It's not that kind of fight. But you know, the king is here.
Oh
Basically,
dear.
You know that shockwave that the medallion sends out in the beginning of the first Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yes, basically exactly that.
Okay, so Ablative got himself crowned
I knew
king.
I'd seen that somewhere.
So Ablative's now king. God help us all.
Well, no. First, he has to survive.
First, I have to learn how to use this sword so I'm not just carrying around a lump of metal for no
I just got to get to the point where if anyone gets to be Sir Gawain, I get to be Sir Gawain.
I'm just
Sir
looking
Gawain
at
was Sir
I'm
Gawain.
looking at Regalia and saying, "Well, you just pulled one hell of an albatross around your neck."
I'm just gonna look at him like I don't know what the fuck he's talking about because that book hasn't been written.
Fair enough. Okay, but
Jonah.
I
has
actually
been written.
do have. I did roll the lore for this, so I actually know what this sword is. Congratulations, you just pulled Excalibur out.
Right,
Okay, and
roll
that
laws,
is-
see if you know what Excalibur is.
All I know
Yes.
is I really like having this thing.
Really pretty sword.
It's horribly cursed.
Wait.
It makes me feel important.
Horribly cursed. Everyone who's held it has died. I
I'm
look at
going to-
Gwydion.
On the other hand,
Everyone
the rest
who's
of you all
held a
feel
sword
kind
of
of like
any
the need
kind.
to swear fealty.
You know what? I'm gonna go with that. I mean, I haven't really
He's not
had.
French.
Wait, is he
your
French?
knees are buckling of their own accord.
I roll off the knight to go to Neil. Does the knight kneel as well, even in his like punch drunk state?
He'll take a few seconds, but yes, in the end he will kneel.
Gray did not expect this man to live. Gray really did not expect this man to live.
He nearly didn't until Gray remembered he was wearing a.
And then even then, Gray's like, "Oh right, one of my players rolled every level of fight he could."
Well, if chivalry was invented, he owes you his armor and his weapons and his horse. Here's the sword.
I mean, I don't really need I don't want to. If I start rolling sword, I can't roll my massive fight pool. I can't roll my
You
brawl
can
pool.
use a sword with fight.
Oh, true.
It's just you don't get the special specializations that you can with the.
You get
Yeah,
the
you
damage, but you
don't,
can't take anything but fight for it. You can't take cool sword trick number 3 that lets you chop off people's limbs.
I really
Yeah.
got to start working on that after I start becoming Merlin.
So wait, Gray, does this mean I get to take weapon Excalibur now?
Yeah.
All right, this
I'm
is going to be
shoot me
interesting.
So many fucking beams.
So, what's the kill at width of it's what width killing?
What is the sword? What does the sword of promise victory get you, Gray?
It would actually probably be the same damage stats as a sword for most people.
It's a mark of office unless you're either a rival king, like say a Vortigern, or a creature of Fey-like properties.
If you're a magical creature, Excalibur is probably a bad thing to be stabbed with. If you're a human, it's a sword. It probably won't much difference. It's kind of like the whole thing of a stake through the heart will kill pretty much anyone.
But if you're a vampire, it'll kill you to death.
Gray, broadsword or greatsword?
Bastard sword.
Bastard sword.
Of
That's
course.
not on the list.
Hand and a half, basically.
That's
No.
not on the list.
I think you could probably use it as either a sword or a normal sword.
Actually,
or
is
sword.
that not on the list? I could have
Nope.
sworn that was a bastard sword.
You've got short, broad, and great.
Well, bastard sword is closest to broadsword.
Broadsword, yeah.
There's
With
a reason.
+1 killing.
There's a reason why Excalibur is known as a bastard sword, because guess who wielded it? A bastard.
Was Arthur a bastard?
Yes.
No,
He was the product of adultery.
Yeah. Remember?
the
Uther broke into the castle under siege, as disguised as the lord of the castle, had sex with what's-her-name, which sired Arthur. They got married after it happened.
Afterward,
Arthur
yes.
is a bastard.
Okay, but was he legitimized?
Probably.
But he still started as a bastard.
I don't think he was, because he was
Oh, you're right, because Uther died too soon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember if they were married in any of the stories, come to
I
think
should
of it.
note that my current weapons are a bunch of thrown daggers and I wrote this exactly as I'm saying it now, motherfucking Excalibur.
Can I get Caliburn or that? Who is the sister sword of Excalibur again?
That
the
would be
later.
Caliburn, yeah.
Caliburn.
No, the
And the
sister
Sword in the
sword
Stone.
would be the no. The sister sword would be Arundite.
Arundite, yeah.
Arundite.
I need to go get really good with this. I gotta get really good. Wait, I have a massive amount of
The
fight.
unfading light of the lake.
I could be Lancelot.
Alright, just as long as you're a better father.
That's not going to take much.
I mean, I guess I'm already better at that because I'm not French.
Also, please no trying to kill
Excuse
me.
me.
because I didn't kill you when you fuck.
Yeah.
Considering I'm already a kind of a berserker, I'm already a kind of a berserker, man. Anyway,
So I take it that the washerwomen just reappeared, right?
If we're hanging out Arthur's equipment, I want Carowin, his dagger.
So wait, does that mean our ship can be named Pridwin now?
Possibly.
No.
the ship folds up into a shield as well.
Tony did not go through all the trouble of taking out Merlin and locking Arthur up for 1 billion years for some idiots to come along 12,000 years later and do the whole thing again.
I mean, but the sword demands it.
Well, I can't argue with a sword, mostly because it can't fight back.
I'm just going to look around and just.
Great.
Well, here we go again. So,
Don't worry. If look, Zep. I gotta say one thing. At least if you would get a spear, you get the Rongominiad.
Rongominiad, yeah.
Do not give him Rongominiad.
Why the fuck not? I want the spear that shines to the end of the earth.
We're not in ablative. We're not in Fate lore, all right?
I mean, either way, I don't think it's terribly a good idea.
What?
We're dealing. We play FGO with Rongominiad has a special thing in that because it is literally a spear of the gods, a divine construct that
Holds back it's the spear that holds up the age of man. I know.
Yeah. I mean, if we all do become like, as we consider ways this thing could go.
I'm
All
pretty
of
sure
them
that
bad.
Gray's just writing down a bunch of notes.
Things to do with the players. Step 1, brutally
Stab.
murder them. Step
Kill.
2, stab.
Murder.
Regret ever hearing of anime.
Ambush.
Step 2, Meltless Prey that Step 2 somehow hold back discard character. Anyway, so now that we're all like, kneeling towards what's his face, who's the I'll look over to the very, very heavily beaten Nightman and like, so who are you again?
He only speaks German.
He can't speak German. He was probably speaking Norwegian.
He's German. Gray said so.
Is he German?
No, he's actually English.
Okay.
That was a joke.
He's this
Well, I don't speak
Englishman.
English. Does anyone speak English?
He's this Englishman.
I'm
He'll
pretty
speak
sure
Latin.
not even the English people speak English at this point.
They probably still speak bastardized Latin. Or Greek.
It's more like bastardized Latin because remember basically they had their own language until the Norwegians came and like raided them.
Yeah, and as I recall,
We
the
Normans prefer the
Normans
term
got.
conquered.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the Normans got their asses kicked during Pendragon.
They did. Oh, did they ever?
So yeah, that's actually not a thing that happened. So we don't have the bastardized melting pot English culture. They're still They don't have the Anglo-Saxon stuff. They just have the Anglo. In fact, I don't think that they even call themselves English at this point.
No.
Probably all
Britons.
Britons.
Right.
Britons, yeah.
Yep.
I just fixed my last
Britons,
name.
or
I'm
occasionally
Aiden
they might call
Alistair.
themselves Wales. The Welsh.
Well, no, surely only the Welsh would call themselves Welsh.
Yeah, but I'm just saying that there's the Welsh and then there's the English.
I look menacingly at Starkania in the middle
Anyway,
of the island.
so he has a sword. We're all getting fealty vibes from this, and we're all kneeling. And then, do we have any? Does a Greek chorus, start up in the background as some ladies who are currently hanging out laundry say a thing or two?
No. Once the chorus dies down, it just looks like it's a pretty normal sword. Except for the fact you all feel like you have to take the knee, and you know something's happened.
Okay.
Heavenly choirs don't happen normally, so.
I look over to
Only
the.
choirs don't happen normally. People aren't usually.
I look over to the man in plate mail and broken nose. So does this happen often around here? We just got here.
By the way, late. If you've been talking at all in the past couple hours, you've been muted the whole time.
You there, late?
I've just not had much to say.
Okay.
You okay, man?
The train is wrecking. There's nothing you can do about it.
Lade is just like, I have nothing to say here.
All right. So,
Victor
what's your
Von.
plan now? You have the sword.
I'm talking to the man I just wrestled
yes.
not that time ago.
Kind of like, that should have been mine. Should have been mine.
Hey,
So, who are you?
is he a Stark, Ray?
He's a Stark.
Ah, now it becomes clear.
Would you like it?
What?
I
Give it
asked him
up.
if he would like the sword.
Has
Yes.
chivalry been invented? Does this guy owe us his armor? And a horse?
I mean, should it be mine? Go ahead. I mean, like, why shouldn't it have been yours? I mean, find your
Yeah.
keepers and all.
Yes, of course I want it. Why do you think I came out here?
All right then,
And then
Victor, fetch me
Yeah.
a block. Addis, keep him down.
I mean, do we need to do that? Like,
He
I-
wants the sword. He gets the sword.
all right. I hold him down.
I'm assuming I don't need to roll for this.
No.
Someone's getting stabbed.
Who's
No,
getting
he's-
beheaded?
Someone's getting beheaded.
Oh, good.
Wow. The first thing that happens when you get the friggin' Sword of Victory is you flippin' just you kill a disarmed and downed opponent.
He had surrendered to me.
Then,
Yeah.
well, he also
You can't
surrendered.
stop him.
I mean,
That's true. You can try to stop this.
I mean, the king
We
is at.
just swore
I
fealty.
was genuinely expecting someone to try and
I
stop
mean,
this.
I just swore fealty.
I am trying to stop this. I'm talking about this, but I've only got 3 dice and plead.
I mean, you can roll. I mean, you can. I mean, if you have the skill, just
I implore you to reconsider.
Clemency.
Very well.
He
No,
has
you don't-
surrendered to us.
Sir, if you would, I would suggest you also swear fealty to your new lord, and we can work out everything from there. What's your name? Agravane? Cool.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Agravane Scar? Gotcha.
You know, the sad thing is I'm pretty sure Stark would.
Name himself Agravane? Be named Agravane?
Would name his kid Agravane.
So is he actually Agravain Stark?
He is
Because I'm
now,
pretty sure
yes.
that you didn't name this guy.
No.
He is now. Gray is acquired the boss. We have essentially done the thing we always do in the very first settings of non-pro trader games, where we essentially start with nothing but stun damage and take people as pets. Remember, Gray? Do you remember? Do you remember D&D?
Elvish Archer number 5.
Yeah.
I never watched those. I feel like it would be a bad idea, but now I'm convinced.
So Gray had this airship this gnome ran airship that we were fighting our way onto.
How about this? You'll tell me after the session, because
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
In that case, I'm going to take him prisoner and have y'all march him back to the city or town, whatever.
Up you get, my jelly chum.
I'm also going to steal his sheath because I don't think this thing came with one.
No. Well, it did, but I don't think a skeleton's quite practical to wear around your waist.
Wait, while you're at it, grab his head, grab the skull.
Why would I do that?
Why wouldn't you do that?
Why
Just-
would I
Pretty much
do that?
everybody's saying it and going, why?
Well, everything went robotic.
I mean,
Okay, that wasn't just me.
No.
skulls are good decorations.
So great. This skeleton that's just lying there in a tree. Does it have
Oh.
any-
He's going.
Everybody has gone. Everyone has gone robot-y.
Robot.
I I really hope I'm not hosting this somehow.
All right, everyone leave and come back real fast. All right,
Check.
check.
I read you.
Check.
Cool.
That was
So-
weird.
Yeah.
Are there any other weapons, shields, or armor around this body of someone murdered by sword?
Probably some rusted armor. Probably nothing of use.
Oh well.
It's been 20 years and it's all been out in the rain.
Yeah.
The fact that, well,
Magic.
just thinking the skull of William the Conqueror wouldn't be a thing that you want, so.
Especially since he was never a conqueror.
William the Bastard, you mean?
Oh, yes.
William the William.
William the Unlucky.
William the
William
Wilhelm
the
screen.
Cursed.
William the really shouldn't have sent the PCs out to do what his own job.
You're a bunch of peasants, you know?
Yeah, the thing about
Ordering us around was his job.
I mean, the thing is that
He was
Problem-
bad at it?
the problem
I mean,
about
he
peasants is that
probably should have figured out after we started actually accomplishing shit that it maybe wasn't a good idea to have us keep accomplishing. But
That or-
by that point, he'd gotten greedy.
that are bringing us into his confidence and making sure that we get paid when we accomplish it for him.
Anyway, that was a different campaign.
Yes, players are very much like orcs.
That's the ghosts of the party that have been haunting him all these.
Alright, so you've got yourself a new prisoner?
Mm-hmm. We're taking him back to Snake Town, to Snakeville.
Yep. Alright, so you arrive back in Snake Town, or Stone Snake. Pretty sure you can
We
just-
don't care what it's called. We're gonna rename it once I'm a king anyway.
Yeah,
Snake Castle.
Oh, you kind of like the crowds will gather as you enter.
Held ye sword aloft, I guess.
I will flourish as I draw it.
Take
Oh,
heed
yes.
and bear witness to the true king of Britain.
Go forth, be his hype man, Adis,
Adrian.
Adrian.
I hypethly.
Alright, so people will start falling to their knees.
We need to get a standard.
What do you want
Yeah,
on it?
We do need some standardization.
I'm not
I'm just
king.
going to very quickly after that sheath the sword and start walking briskly toward the dock to see how my ship is.
Well,
You
okay,
mean
here's the
our
thing.
ship.
Here's the thing. Like, what we need right now is just, our standard should just be what we found: a sword and the skull.
It was
It
a sword
wasn't
and a
in-
skeleton.
It was in the rib cage.
Yeah, but it doesn't look nearly as
Artistic
popping.
license.
It takes some licensing as a sword and a rib cage rather than a sword and a skull.
I mean, I suppose that's fair.
In all honesty, I don't really feel like having us flying a flag that has been used for pirating by this point.
We started this by mutinying.
I mean, I was thinking it'd be more like the Space Marine one, except without the wing and with a sword instead of a dagger.
Anyway, so we're in town. We have shown off the sword. We have gone to our boat, and we're showing off the sword there.
The crew are definitely on board for this. Pretty much everyone is on board for this.
It's
Everyone's-
almost like they're being forced to be on board for this.
Yeah, it is weird. People are already starting talking about where you clearing out the town hall to give you a nice place to live. And there's generally like a feeling of optimism.
This is before we have to
Trying
start.
completely and utterly crush that by saying that I'm going to take over the island.
Yeah,
I mean, of course.
There
yeah,
are resounding cheers.
they're well up for this.
All right.
Yay. Right, it's time to
Which
put your company
means you've
together.
all been officially drafted. Start training.
Hooray!
It's just, I'm
mean-
going to just kind of lean over and say, I suggest we leave the farmers where they are.
I mean, Snake
Well, I was
Fort
only talking
is-
to the ones around here.
Snake Fort is pretty defensible. It is a big snake. It is a big fort that is a snake.
So we've got our first castle town.
Got the first town, yes. So it's time to
Except
put
there's
together.
no castle yet.
Yeah, there's no castle. It's got some walls. Apart from that, it's time to put together your company.
Yay! How does that work?
Long, complicated, and boring, just like the first session.
So what's the color on our color on the map anyway?
Oh, that's the next question, yes.
And then how far does that extend yet?
I say we
that
should have royal
going-
purple. Oh, the dwarves. Dang.
I can change the dwarves easily if you want.
No.
It'd be less work if we just picked a different color.
Gold? No, that's Cornwall.
Um.
Dark blue.
That works.
I was gonna say cyan, but that works.
Dark blue.
That's
With
WrestleMania.
formulae on it.
Are you going to change? Are you going to change the name of the town?
It's Snake Fort.
Snake Fort works.
Right, Snake Fort. I shall put that on the map.
Fortress of Snake Fortress.
It's like, it's basically the starting of Sudokin. It's the start of Sudokin 1. What can you say?
Suidoken?
Suedokin 1.
Sudokan.
I've sort of not played that one.
It's a pretty okay game.
Right,
I
so
was
what's-
pseudo making a joke.
What colour did you go for?
Dark blue.
I believe.
Yeah, dark blue.
Like on the French flag.
Dark blue with red. Wait, it's French. Oh, we can't do that now. You know
Dark
what? No,
blues.
no. Gray. It's now we're doing a red and red and white stripes.
Like the French flag.
No. We're doing
Not the
red
French
and
flag,
yellow.
That's yellow. It reminds me of the French flag.
Only after Napoleon, who hasn't been born yet.
It's still French.
Remember, there are two periods of French history. Pre-Napoleon, where they won everything, and post-Napoleon, where they didn't.
Pre-Napoleon, where they won everything, and post-Napoleon, where Hitler happened.
Where they didn't win
I'm
everything.
pretty sure that they had a pretty bad time of World War One too.
They won.
Well, I wasn't saying
After
Hitler
America
was
got
the
involved.
only part that
Oh, I'm
happened.
not going down that line with you guys.
And Britain.
Probably for the best.
Yeah.
And
That's all-
Russia.
As
That's-
someone who has read about 15 to 20 World War I books, yeah.
We're having fun. Oh, okay. So anyway, we have our tiny little thing right above the Norman holdings. This is not going to be a bad thing at all.
Nope. Mm-mm. No way.
That or
No
we're
way
going to
this
have
goes
to
poorly.
somehow conquer the Normans.
They're probably going to be the first boss to fight. Yeah.
I recommend we take Essex and then ally with the Normans.
Why would we ally with the Normans? They want the sword and the stone. The only way that
Yeah.
they'd ally with us is
But
if
we
we
know.
gave it to
But
them.
here's the thing: we could say this is Norman again. You know what I mean?
Mm.
I mean, maybe
Second Normandy.
this is Norman the Conqueror again coming.
Completely ignore the fact that half of us are Spanish.
Thank you. I've been doing that all along.
And if you don't like the fact that your new king is actually Spanish, you are kindly invited to suck the sword.
Wait, are you?
I'm glad they cut out there.
Is
Yeah.
Aurelio actually Spanish as well?
Rogelio is absolutely Spanish.
That's good.
Guy with a
We're-
very Spanish name? No, there's no possible. Yes.
I am strangely Ethiopian, so I don't know. I can't really say much. I'm a Spanish Ethiopian person.
I was going to say, I thought you were
I mean,
Spanish.
that's
I am
not the
Spanish.
weirdest thing I've ever heard of. It certainly seems.
We spent all that time on that island.
No, I'm not the guy from the island. I was the person who had the incident,
I
had the
was the
diplomatic
guy
incident.
from the island.
Oh, sorry. All you Spaniards sound look alike to me.
I have the envious
No, that was a
problem of
joke.
having
Watch your
like
tongue, or I'll cut it out.
I have
the
two
authority
I have
to do
two
that.
sets of enemies for somehow and reason.
Right. New map. So, 2 years will pass.
That was quick.
They were good years.
Yep, it takes a while to set up your kind of like holdings and stuff like that.
Beat these plowshares into swords.
Yep. So, company. You get a point each.
Like,
5 points.
is there a company page or anything? Or
Yeah.
what's that we doing with this?
You have 5 points to companies. For the company.
Company. Where the fuck is the company?
So, rule start, page 148. You've got... Where's the thing that tells you...
Might, treasure, influence, and what's the other one? Territory.
Yeah.
And sovereignty.
So we're low on sovereignty, treasure. What is sovereignty again?
Sovereignty, actually, probably have a good choice to making a point in.
It's loyalty.
Yeah, we have the sword of promise victory. We have
It's legitimacy.
We have literal magic making them loyal.
I wouldn't say making. I'd say encouraging.
Let's just pray the final boss isn't like Arthur come again with
Let's
demon.
just pray
With
the final boss isn't just fucking Merlin.
It's zombie Merlin.
Demon Merlin.
He's over at the Undead Realms.
I think he would. I mean, maybe zombie Merlin because Merlin was like half a demon in the first place. So we're talking about full demon Merlin with his dad.
Yeah.
Okay, Lich Merlin.
Yeah.
If I end up having to kill him again, I'm going to be kind of irritated.
Don't worry. At that point, the only thing that'll kill him is probably Excalibur.
Probably.
I mean, we got to go find a lady that's in a lake to, raid a couple of things out for her too.
Just hit Undead Merlin with Ireland. That's all. It'll be fine.
The entirety of Ireland.
For some reason, I don't think Ireland is gonna go for that, no matter how shiny my sword.
I mean, give me a couple of sessions. I'll probably get strong enough to pick Ireland up and hit him with it.
I'm not saying
See
anything.
my plan.
Anyway,
I'm getting really confused by these company generation rules.
what page is they on again?
Well, Gray said 148, but that's halfway through a thing, so 147. Oh wait, no, that's what they can do.
What you want is the qualities of a company if you have the bookmarks version.
Okay, so that's actually
131, I think. Yeah.
My Adobe is frozen.
Why the fuck are you still using Adobe?
Don't use Adobe.
Got anything better?
Fox.
Yes.
What?
There you go. Chapter 4 companies.
I'm using Foxit 6.1. It doesn't have too many ads.
Well, I don't really have any.
I don't actually know.
I had to look myself.
Yeah, I don't.
I know the new version is complete garbage and has too many ads.
Where did you check that about?
Help about.
I am on 8.3 and there's no ads at all.
Nice.
All right, so
Well, I turned them off. I mean,
So one quality one
mine
is probably
had-
well made meaning but poorly trained spearmen. We have that.
Yeah, that's probably Might 1.
Might 1.
I think we could probably manage Might 2 if I spend my time training them.
You've got 2 years, so yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. 2 years.
I'll be working with training them as well because we're both Commander Mim.
I know that our treasure is probably going to be rather bad.
Yes.
The thing is that we have vicious soldier men. We just don't have anything to equip them with.
Yeah, we have good soldiers. We don't have a whole lot of good steel to equip them.
We're you could look out as Adrian is doing the ocelot while Ada is basically wrestling people, doing CQC in the yard.
So you
teaching them how to use a spear, how to drink wine, how to properly address a lady, how to use a sword.
How to properly drink wine.
Nope. How to drink. It's very important for a soldier to know how to drink. Proper is not important.
We are currently.
Remember, I was a sergeant.
We are currently a village surrounded with farms or a small town. We are currently Territory 1.
Mm-hmm.
Sovereignty.
You're all technically everything starts at 1, doesn't it?
Yep.
Well, with sovereignty is like bears suppress hatred and rage. So basically, sovereignty actually is the difference because we start higher up on that. So we're probably at sovereignty 5 at the moment because sovereignty is like a health pool. You know what I mean?
You're not going to be sovereignty 5, but yeah.
Sovereignty, I'm thinking.
Well, I'd say we've pretty well fall under the unusual dedication.
Yeah.
Due to positive events.
That's a lot of points to throw.
I'd say 3. And the whole sword doing its thing was a temporary thing that has now developed into typical loyalty.
Yeah. And okay.
And we probably don't have any influence or territory.
Well, we have one. We have one place.
I think
right.
he means
we don't have any extra. We're not putting any of our points into those.
Yeah, we haven't started moving or shaking anything. We're still out in the sticks, so we don't have much in the way of cash. But what we do have is a lot of loyal, well, moderately loyal.
So, what is our goal,
subjects,
though?
And, well, the ultimate goal is to rule the fucking world, obviously. But
take over the world. Gotcha.
Or Britain, the only important part of the world right now.
For now, I think I'll settle for most of Essex.
Yeah, that would be a good plan to start with.
I'm telling you, the best plan is conquer Essex to prove we've got what it takes, and then marry a Norman princess to ally ourselves with the Normans, and that'll make us big enough to take everything except Cornwall.
Temporary raises from might. Fight from entrenchment.
And then once we get everything but Cornwall, we'll be far and away large enough to take Cornwall.
Exactly.
We just got to be able to take over Essex somehow.
Right. So, company, you have 5 points. So far, you've spent 3.
We've spent
cool
3. So
a point in treasure and territory.
A point in treasure will work.
You know what? The thing about we have influence over here.
I'd say treasure and might, honestly.
How do we want to do?
Huge gaggle of undisciplined scrappers does sound pretty accurate to a whole village that we've just conscripted.
That would be might 3, treasure 2, because of course. Just having Excalibur itself is probably a point of treasure. So yes, you're ruling pretty well. You've got a good sized army of like an entire village you've been trained to fight for you. But you literally have that town village, and no one really knows about you.
Yeah, we are. We don't have any influence. We do not. Our sovereignty is literally just a cult of the sword.
And there's probably a lot of people wondering what the fuck that wave was about and why they've never heard of this Virhelio guy, but they really want to lay down their sword.
And why and also
I love how you spelled influence.
And territory.
Could have been worse. There's no T.
It's been 2 years. How's that?
He managed sovereignty just fine.
I copied that from the book. I thought it spelled the other 2 right.
I was going to blame it on him being British and actually using that word more than once a year.
I'm going to Winter Castle tomorrow.
Nice.
See?
Yeah, so chance of running into the Queen.
Nice.
Not gonna happen. I think
Actually
she's-
run into the Queen.
No, she's in Balmoral at the moment. It's fine.
So wait, have a quick question. What about our what has happened to our friendly Stark Agravain Stark guy?
That's up to you.
We ransomed him for the treasure.
Did we ransom him?
That would work.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure we ransomed him for one of those points of treasure.
Okay, we can say that.
Because we're civilized people.
Yes.
Yes, your only budget comes from ransoming a single knight.
And having bloody Excalibur.
And and we we didn't go around like we only have some
Company's
level of
blank
cash.
again.
What is having like some three treasure do?
Treasure is basically 3 points of wealth per each.
Yeah.
Pretty
I think he means company treasure.
Okay,
Yeah.
we have a tightly run enterprise, a large and shabby one. So a large and shabby enterprise. So we have at least some level of we have a boat, so we have some fishing or trading ability. So we have the Pridwin.
I think lingering just general waves from the sword would actually make me rename the ship.
Yes. The legend has demanded it be told, essentially.
And this is why you don't let Merlin touch the sword.
Ever. Unless you'd like to have your character renamed as Arthur.
Someone
No,
say
that'll
like,
be my son.
Sorry about your assassination.
oh great! Just all of a sudden, next session we come back, he's renamed his name to Pendragon.
Why wait until the next session?
Oh dear!
I noticed
You haven't done. Oh, there it goes.
There we go. About to say, I noticed you added the one to your name.
Rogelio Pendragon the First.
Gray, how far has this gone off? Has this gone off rails for you?
No, pretty much on rails.
All right.
Exactly how he expected it to go. He's been gaming with this group for how long?
He wanted us to make a roll to not pull the sword from the skeleton. And
Admittedly,
we just
one of us
threw that
did.
out yeah.
And that is half the people who are by the sword and not being distracted by a random not German man.
Actually, technically, both of us failed, but I was the one who was close.
Because you ran.
You ran for the sword. I was too busy having fun. I was busy punching somebody in the face. This is why
when you see a dude in full plate start swinging a sword at you, you tend to go for the nearest big thing that could hurt him.
But the problem was that the closest thing that could hurt him was me.
Yeah, but I didn't know that at the time.
That's the thing. You wait for something that could hurt him. I knew that the best thing that could hurt him was myself. So I started punching them.
All right, so the years have passed relatively quickly. Training the village has taken some time, but you think you've finally gotten them up to the point where they're, ready to actually take someone on. Cops have been good.
If only I gotta say, if only WrestleMania was closer, we could have a wrestling match with them.
Oh, believe me, you will.
That would be a bad idea.
Eventually.
Even for you.
Let me put that on my bucket list: wrestle giant and win.
Oh, you want to win?
If I actually wrestle giants, I'm gonna have to have Master Dice and fight first.
Yes.
You can only have one master die in a skill, obviously.
How many edge die?
You can only have one or the other, so it doesn't really matter.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yep. You can have one expert die, and then that'll upgrade into a master die. You can't have both at the same time, and you can only have one of them at a time.
Fair enough.
Oh, great. I forgot to mention, our army is expertly shod. That's a 10, probably. Oh, it's a 9.
9. Double 9.
Expertly 9. That's 3 9s. I have master dice.
And for the record, I have made you the royal cobbler once again.
Feels good.
Excellent.
Finally, back into the spying industry.
Add that as a title.
Mm-hmm.
You now have your first title. Because one of the things I want to do with this game is come up with Game of Thrones level BS titles.
So wait, so does that mean that he's doing the left foot and I'm doing the right?
No, I'm the royal cobbler. You're the assistant. Sorry. It's just the way it shakes out.
How many dice do you have? Because I've got
that many.
4,
That's
5,
a
6,
roll.
Yeah, you have the same
knowledge.
exact. You got the same one as me.
You
got the
You
same roll.
named me first.
Well,
You know what that
here's a
means?
question: who started
Couple
rolling
off.
shoes? Couple off.
Couple off. Go on.
3 9s.
And 3 8s.
I
You win.
see where our industry comes from. We just make shoes.
Well, you do know that the royal cobbler is a euphemism for the spy master, right?
Can I make a bet? Can I just realize something? We are literally we are a town that makes shoes at the foot of a snake.
Yes. Makes perfect sense to me. The only thing the
shoes.
snake won't steal.
We are
We've
literally
got an infinite supply of snakeskin for it.
the town
Ooh.
of we're the town of Nike.
That also means victory. No,
that
this
does,
is the county of Nike.
Yes, we're in the
Capital is Snakefort, which is often mispronounced Snakefoot. Often.
All right. So we have our shoes industry, and
Okay, so I'm suggesting that we go towards Malden to take over.
That is upriver, so yeah, that would work.
so here's the thing, Gray. So all these non-affiliated towns essentially have not been conquered by anybody.
Yeah, basically.
All right. So we need to
Probably
go.
got their own like random dukedoms going on.
Okay, so we need to go. We're going to go out and do we have a like power structure in place right now to maintain the fact that we can this place is not going to fall apart without sword man around, right?
I assume the mayor is still the mayor.
These people have been properly bamboozled or have been properly whammied to.
We have
maintain-
3 sovereignty, so yes.
Okay.
You're thinking of someone who has 1 temporary sovereignty.
True. All right.
We're actually pretty legitimate as far as legitimate goes.
So,
So should we send ambassadors first, or just show up with swords?
We're gonna go and show up over there.
I mean, do we want to try the easy way or the less easy way?
Gray, I'm not seeing the company's stats.
Yeah, it showed up blank after it
disappeared
edited.
again.
There you go.
Yeah, to reshare it, Gray.
It's Fantasy Grounds. It doesn't like it when you change the image without changing the name.
Mm.
I wonder
Yeah,
if you
'cause
just
I'm
had a
not
space
getting-
behind it.
Right, it should be shared now.
Yeah, I'm not seeing it still.
Ada still has the sword he stole off that one guy.
So we're might 2, and then
1
Might
off that
3.
one guy.
what?
Might 3.
Might
1 second,
3.
I'll save it as a different name.
Okay.
That's gonna
Because
be
I've actually got that.
annoying.
I've put it into my character sheet. Let's see, which I can't share.
Like that.
We might as well just create a character sheet for the company.
Yeah.
You can put it in. You can change the names of the headers and stuff like that. So the damage thing, I have put company.
I find it hilarious that one of the things you can do for a temporary treasury roll is debase your currency.
Well, yeah.
How do you think they did it back then, Discord?
I mean, I know silver quality and quantity and everything. I watched Spice and Wolf.
Well,
There's an
why
entire-
do you think that scales are such an important part of currency exchange?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we've got a plan of action,
Yep.
or at least a plan of where to go next.
We've
We have
got
an
our
action of-
first title.
We have our action of plan. Look, there's going to be a point in time in this campaign where I'm going to beat knights to death with a branch. So
what? That you can get the Knight of Honor?
Yes.
I mean, I'm technically doing that just because I've got a sharpened bit at the end of one side of my branch.
You're already Gwydion, all right. You let us pick our own archetypes. We're going for Arthurian archetypes. We're being forced into via, being made into a story. Anyway, so we're going towards Melbourne.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good time to leave it till next week.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully next week.
Hopefully next week. We're going to try. We're going to try
Next
to do more
session.
than 1 week. September is looking terrible for me, by the way. Pre-warning.
Of course it is.
Mhm.
Okay.
Look, like the thing is that Saturdays are going to be fun, but they're going to be infrequent because of what the normal shit that happens on Saturdays.
So
But
it
we're gonna
really
try
is
what we
just
do.
going to be Game of Thrones.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's
Fun
why I'm running
times.
such a stereotypical character.
A lot of fun happens, but it only happens once a year.
Alright, see you next time.
Oh, his Majesty now.
Oh, it gets better.
I can't read it all. I need you to say something in chat so I can see your name. Thank you.
His Majesty King Rogelio Silvia I Pedrangan, Lord of Snakefort.
Nice.
Is the recording over, Gray?
It is now.